Every year worldwide, May 1st is celebrated as International Workers' Day. Here in the U.S., May Day takes a back seat. But this year, groups around the country seized the opportunity to bring attention to workers' rights for all. We spoke with some of those who came out to protest in order to understand what they're fighting for.
We're out here marching in solidarity with all the immigrant workers who are on strike today. We're also demanding an end to Trump's imperialist wars, an end to mass incarceration, racist policing. It's all part of the same capitalist system. An attack to an undocumented worker in this country is an attack on all workers in this country.
I'm an ESOL teacher, so I'm proud to be standing with immigrants and their families today. And I need them to know, and we all need to know, we're just workers, and we need to change the system in which we work in. My working conditions are my students' learning conditions, and those conditions are terrible. And 5 years without a raise and 4 years without a contract, that destabilizes our district, it destabilizes our city. I'm calling on politicians to finally stand up and say, hey, we have the money now. We need to stop the austerity narrative, and we really need to make people understand that the money's there, the kids are worth it, and we need to do the right thing.
Queremos justicia, justicia para nosotros, para las familias, para la gente de color, para los inmigrantes, para todos. Queremos justicia para todos. Queremos que saquen a Trump. Sí.
¿Por qué quieres que saque a Trump?
Porque está haciendo muchas guerras, es un hombre, está loco.
Gracias. At noon, Philadelphia workers' organizations such as Brown and Black Workers Collective, Juntos, and Galé congregated at City Hall to publicly discuss the outrage they have toward the challenges faced by many marginalized workers.
We're here to show that immigrants' lives matter, that black lives matter, and that it is not enough to just defend our policies, but to expand them and make sure that Philadelphia is a sanctuary city for all of us, the majority, the 75% of us who are taken to the streets right now.
Peace, y'all. Yo, this is beautiful out here today. Can we start with all power to the people? To the people. Now, as my comrade said, my name is Shani Akila. I'm with the Black and Brown Workers Collective. Our mission and what we will get in our lifetime is the complete social and economic liberation of the black and brown colonized worker. Now, we are queer, we are trans, we are straight, we are bi, we are all the things that make up marginalized bodies in this country. Now, we cannot talk about May Day without talking about the fact that the very infrastructure of this country is built off the backs of black and brown bodies piled high to the sky. We cannot talk about May Day without talking about the fact that the first economic system in this country was slavery. We cannot talk about May Day without talking about the fact that immigrants, both undocumented and documented, keep this country going and alive. Now the labor and the blood of indigenous people are spilled through our streets. What will we do? Who will we define ourselves as in this movement at this time? Now, blackness is always pushed to the side. So let me be the first to say, maybe today, and maybe not the first, because my comrade said this, if you are Latinx, you are also black. If you are indigenous, you are also black. If you are queer, you are black. If you are trans, you are black. Blackness can no longer be pushed aside in a movement built off of our black bodies and blood. So today, the Black and Brown Workers Collective stands in complete solidarity and coalition with Juntos. Juntos, that's right, let's big up Juntos. Juntos is fighting on the front lines to make sure that undocumented and documented immigrants who make up the fabric of our country are protected. But they cannot do that alone. And as accomplices to Juntos, we have made a pledge as a collective that if our undocumented and documented comrades all together are targets, we are also targets. We will not allow ICE. We will not allow Trump. We will not allow a system bent on genocide to take our comrades. This is a new day. Now, I would be remiss to not name the fact that I am now carrying a black body and life in my body. And here I am with my comrades. I am ready for battle. Because my child will come into a country where they can exist in their full humanity. Where they can be proud of their ancestors from Panama and Cuba and Haiti and Jamaica. We will no longer live in fear. Fear is not our name. Wrong is not our name. So if this system wants a battle, they have a battle on their hands. All power to the people. All power to the people.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Vázquez and I'm going to be translating for my mother. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Olivia Vázquez y yo voy a traducir bien rapidito el speech que dio mi mamá en inglés. Antes que nada quiero darle las gracias a mi mamá por haber tomado el sacrificio de dejar su país y todo lo que conocía para que mi hermano y yo pudiéramos tener una vida mejor. Gracias, mami. Before starting, I just want to thank my mother because she took the hard decision of leaving her country and her family and everybody who knew behind so that me and my brother could have a better life in this country. So with that, I'm going to get started. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Olivia Ponce, and I am a community leader at Juntos. Juntos is a Latino immigrant-led organization. I am also an undocumented mother. I came to this country 17 years ago. I am part of a mixed-status family. My son is a U.S. citizen, and my daughter is protected by DACA, and I am undocumented. I stand here today as an act of resistance. I stand with the families who were and still are affected by mass rapes and deportations and by the overcriminalization of our communities of color. But this is not new. This is the norm in this country. It always has been. This country was founded on the genocides of indigenous people and the enslavement of black people, and the abuse of the immigrants who leave their countries because of economic policies and war brought on by the U.S. Every single day we see our families and communities torn apart by over-policing, criminalization, incarceration, and deportation. But we are the majority. The city of Philadelphia would not survive without all the black and brown people in the city. Philadelphia is known as a century city because we, the people, made it happen. We fought back and set an example by being one of the first cities in the country to take a step in the right direction by not allowing our police to hold people for ICE. However, we know that this is not enough. By definition, sanctuary means a place of refuge and safety, and we know that the majority of us in this city is not safe. Immigration has been and continues to roam our streets, raiding our homes or businesses, coming into our workplaces and ripping away mothers and fathers from their children. Immigration is still partnering with local police, and they are in our courts as well. There are still police who criminalize and racially profile people of color, who kill our people without impunity. Philadelphia is of the first, and today, Philadelphia is a city of first, and today we want to make it clear that as the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, we need to take the lead once again and show the world what a true sanctuary really is. We must defend and expand our policies so they encompass not just the immigrant communities, but all of our people. We need to ensure that the rights and the rights of all people in this city are not violated. We see that there is a war that has been declared against immigrant communities, black and brown people, Muslim, women, LGBTQ people, young people, workers, and many more. We need our elected officials to understand that it is their duty not just to play defense with the current administration, but to be on the offensive and fight back with us. If we, the most marginalized, are ready to take the streets and fight back, then there's no excuse for our elected officials not to do the same.
Today, thousands in Philadelphia displayed solidarity for workers around the world, and tomorrow, their battle wages on. For Philly Camp Voices, I'm Sergio Galeano.